to another session of Message from the Streets. Today's topic will be most likely controversial in the eyes of some. In others, they will be able to wrap their minds around it. And I think that it will be controversial on account of justification of behavior. Today's topic is based on or is relevant to what did some of the slaves do when they got free, emancipated, liberated, so forth and so on. Well, believe it or not, they made slaves out of their brothers, their sisters, their uncles, their aunts, their nieces, their mothers, and their fathers. You probably saying, what are you talking about? Quite simple. Within the narcotics trade, a lot of people, first of all, they lose their self-esteem and they become into servitude to the individuals that have that which they wish or they desire to alter their states of consciousness. Case in point, I'm from the streets, and what I noticed, the young guys that was under me, they were flunking, their elders, the ones that had become dependent on certain types of substances. They would send them to the store, talk to them greasy, rent their cars out, had them chauffeur them around. You know, they were paying them, but they was also exploiting them. So it was, it's a thin line from, utilizing the service of a person and actually having a person in servitude. Some people actually prey on the weaknesses of our brothers and our sisters, our mothers and our fathers and our cousins and our nieces and our nephews, and they utilize them on a daily basis in a form of exploitation. Had them to go to the store to get their numbers, doing certain things. They paying them though, and they, it's an agreement that has been made. But in all actuality, it's a form of the slave and the slave master. The slave master don't got a whip, but today he got a certain type of narcotics or something that the person with an addictive mindset desires and are actually willing to do anything for it. Was coming to age in the era of crack cocaine. A lot of women prostituted themselves for these drugs. Women right now in the day are prostituting themselves for heroin and cocaine and different drugs. Believe it or not, some young women actually prostitute themselves consciously or unconsciously for some marijuana. And that's facts. So I'm saying within this narcotics trade or operation that our people have accepted into our culture as a way of life, that a form of slavery, a form of exploitation exists on a high level. And some people are unconscious of this, but I'm here to let you know so you can become conscious that the person that's working their whole week or two and come and give you their, their pay, where so they're supposed to be paying their bills, their rent, their mortgage, car notes, taking care of their children, but they're giving it to you. They're your slave. They're working for you. And that's the bottom line. And it ain't no pretty way to put this. And I'm not saying that anybody is right or wrong. What I'm saying is that we need to take a look at these types of behaviors that we ourselves are participating in, turning a blind eye to. But this is what's going on in the streets. And, it comes again, if Black Lives Matter, then why are black people killing one another? Why are black people selling drugs to one another? Why are black people abusing one another? And when I say black, I must emphasize so-called black people. And I really think that we need to examine our mental state. And when I say examine, I'm talking to people that identify themselves as so-called blacks, but I'm also talking to everybody that can wrap their mind around a certain type of truth, because truth don't have no respect of group. It doesn't have a race. Truth just is, just like I spoke on before. Love just is, hate just is. So it's all about coming to consciousness of certain things, acknowledging it, then making the decision. Are you gonna make an adjustment, or are you gonna step on the pedal and keep it moving? But just remember that for every cause there's an effect. And I'm a firm believer, if you don't reap what you sow in this experience, you're gonna reap it in another experience. But most likely most people get what they get within their lifetime, or their lifetime become extinguished earlier than it probably would have, because some of the decisions that we as individuals make. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the topic for today is, what did the slaves do once they got freed? Some of the slaves made slaves out of their brothers, their sisters, their cousins, their mothers, their fathers, their aunties, their uncles, their neighbors. And as they made slaves out of them, they made themselves a slave as well. This is another message from the street. Come to you in love, and I leave you in peace. Live your life on purpose, with purpose, because it's all purpose. Peace.